This is Linda Beatty from Linda Beatty's Life Coaching and Counseling. I'm here today with my friend Val, and we are going to talk about how to confront properly. Now, a lot of people are afraid of confrontation, but it's very important in all kinds of situations. Your marriage, your family, in-laws, your boss, organizational leaders, churches. There's all kinds of places we may need to confront. So the best way to confront is, and if you watch my other video, you'll know this, is to think about the outcome you want before you start deciding how you're going to do the confrontation. So, Val, what do you want the outcome of your confrontation that we're working on to be? What would you like the outcome to be?
I would like to be heard. I would like to be heard. I'm working on not worrying about what people think about me. So I would like to be actually heard and respected and not be afraid. I'm working on that too.
And we do it afraid. If you're afraid of confrontation, you do it afraid. It's very simple. It helps to have support, but if you don't, just prepare and I always say, have somebody knowing that you're doing it, and that in case you get upset or something good does not come out of it, then you have somebody to support you afterwards as well. So when you're confronting, the first thing I want you to do is you're going to say I statements. So what would your I statement be for this confrontation?
I would like to explain the situation from my own perception and point of view.
And we're going to use I statements. We're going to own our feelings, because even if someone, as a lot of people say, they made me feel this way. No, you allowed them to let you feel that way. Even if it was inappropriate or whatever, you still allowed it in, so you have to own it. I know that's hard for a lot of people to swallow, but that is the way you have to approach confrontation, with I statements. After the I statements, you have to also express what it is you need from them. So do you know what your needs are in this situation? You know what you need?
I need, I need to be believed.
Okay.
And I would love to have validation of my own feelings and situation.
Okay. But you know you can't control that in the
No.
other person.
Right. So I literally am trying to look at this as I need to express fully and be heard, and I'm trying not to go further than that, actually.
And that's good, because we can't control the outcome in a confrontation. You can prepare for the outcome. You can say, this is what I would like the outcome to be, and I'm going to proceed as such. But we have no control over how someone else thinks, feels, or reacts. So after we say the I statements, after we say what we need, then we're going to ask, how do you feel about this? That's a scary one for you, isn't it? Why?
Well, I mean, because I get triggered. If I could, I would not be as anxious if I thought I would not be triggered.
Okay.
But knowing that I might get triggered, and then I get, shaky and I can't think straight and all of that, I'm anxious about that. That's what I'm mostly anxious about.
And being anxious about being anxious and triggered makes you more anxious.
Yeah.
So you need to talk yourself down. You need to work through it. We're going to role play. If you can find somebody to role play with, that is a great way to get rid of some of the fear and have some realistic feedback. If the person can pretend to be that other person, that will give you a lot of help. After you find out what they feel, or how they feel about the confrontation or what you've said, then you can agree to disagree. You can, what would you like the final outcome to be? What would you like when you're saying goodbye, how would you like it to turn out?
I mean, I would love to feel that I've been understood. That's my biggest thing is the not being understood.
Not being heard, not being understood.
Because I'm telling the truth.
Right.
You know.
And that's a hard one when you're in a situation where two people are saying two different things,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to go and confront the situation because the other person is not telling the truth. That is a very hard situation, and you don't know how the other person's going to come out. But if you're authentic, if you're speaking your truth, if you're sharing what your heart is telling you to share, then regardless of how they respond, you did the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, I want to have peace about it. I would like to finish on a peaceful high note. That's what I would like.
And here's one thing a lot of people don't think about. I do because of where I come from, but I always like to think I'm going to make it easier for the next person, the next woman, the next man, the next child to come forward and talk to this person because I confronted their behavior, I confronted what they did, I confronted how they made me feel, and I got my truth out. I like to think I made it easier for the next person coming behind me. So if you're afraid of confrontation, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about maybe I'm going to make it easier for the next person who comes along. Because in your situation, that could be very well true.
Yeah, I mean, that motivates me.
Right.
Big time.
Right.
To think about it that way.
And how hard was it for you to make this decision to do this? To confront?
Really hard.
A lot of pushing, huh?
From somebody.
So if you need pushing, if you need help with this, if you need help with confrontation, please watch my first video. It has, the step-by-step way to do it. And if you're afraid, if you need help, if you need support, reach out to Linda Beatty's Life Coaching and Counseling. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and please subscribe. Hit subscribe below. Okay, and we'll see you next time. God bless.